Thank you for coming back, everybody. This is the support group and counselling session, and we are delighted that we have so many fantastic partners that we work with. This is certainly not purely a genetics department and University of Leicester show. This is very much about all the people who are experts in cancer, familial cancer, and the impact on families. Now, I'm going to introduce Rob Banner, who's here with Stuart Berry today from PROSTaid, which is a local prostate cancer charity doing absolutely fantastic work as well locally for men with prostate cancer and their families.
Anyway, it's very good of Julian to invite me, and Stuart, who is determined to sit down there. Basically, the charity was founded here in Leicester in 2004, really, when we raised money for some new equipment, and then we became too big for them, and we started and as a charity in 2006. We're quite unique as a charity, prostate cancer charity, is in that we have two urologists, the clinical lead, Masood Khan, and sort of the eminent urologist, Tim Terry, who's, funnily enough, the dean of the medical school here. We're very keen on support and befriending. I'm going to play you a video, and so that you'll be much more interesting than me talking to you. But we were fascinated by the First Lady, who we think she is absolutely inspirational, because the genetic link for men with prostate cancer has been very, very slow at coming forward. And in actual fact, Stuart was just whispered in my ear, I've already had a young man, was he 20, he said? 30, who said, should I have my prostate out? Because prostate cancer is, I've got an 8 times higher risk. So that's the same sort of thing, again, you know, that you would never think about. But one thing about this, ladies, is that you can relax, because this is something that you can't get, you know what I mean? Although I had to admit, I was talking at a Rotary Club, Loughborough Rotary Club last week, and they had a lady Rotarian called Sheila who said, goodness, I'll have to get my prostate checked out, until she realised that she hadn't got one, much to the amusement of the male Rotarians. Anyway, so, but anyway, I'm going to play this video. It's 9 minutes long, and then ask me any questions afterwards, but it pretty well covers all that the charity does. How do you make it play? I can't see. Just play it full screen.
Hopefully that will...
That button, yeah. The button at the bottom.
Right, and let's go to that one there.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me, let's do it.
Daily, PROSTaid, a local prostate cancer charity, helps anxious men in Leicestershire, Rutland, Northamptonshire and Nottinghamshire who find they have prostate cancer. Men who already have the disease give support, information and befriending, with additional help from 2 unique specialist nurses funded by the charity. PROSTaid also fund new cutting-edge treatments and work hard raising the awareness of prostate cancer in local men. Being independent, they're reliant on donations and bequests to continue their work.
Two, three, four.
I'm Richard Everard, and as a patron of PROSTaid, I'm delighted to commend to you the excellent dedicated work of this charity.
I'm here today in Colville in August, and we've got a bus that's been kindly given to us by First Bus Leicester, a double-decker bus in fact, to enable us to do awareness here today for the people of Colville. We've got a whole range of leaflets and information so that if men want to know about prostate cancer, what the signs are, or if they want a leaflet about prostate cancer, if they have it, they've all got it. And we find that this is a wonderful opportunity to make men aware of prostate cancer. This bus has travelled in the month of August all the way from Melton, Oakham, Market Harborough, Leicester, Loughborough and Colville. And upstairs, we have the upstairs so that we can make men aware and so that they can talk in confidence about if they have any problem with prostate cancer. And the reason why we do it, because every week in Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland, according to the Office of National Statistics, 11 men are diagnosed and 5 men die from prostate cancer. So we feel it's vital that local men need to be aware.
This video shows that it funds new life-saving equipment and treatments. It offers patient support and befriending by volunteers who've actually had cancer. It funds 2 local prostate cancer nurses, one at the point of diagnosis, and the second, the first ever palliative care nurse in the UK.
So as far as I'm aware, I'm the only prostate cancer palliative care community nurse in the country. And it's a pilot project, so I've been in post for just over a year, and it's funded by Prostate Action and PROSTaid, which is a local charity in Leicestershire. Palliative care is important for all diseases.
Sadly, the charity receives no government funding. It relies totally on donations from local people and businesses. The figures speak for themselves.
Because prostate cancer has different types of treatment and quite a variety of types of treatment, sometimes when a gentleman comes and they've first been diagnosed and they're told about the different treatments, it can be quite overwhelming.
But particularly with prostate cancer, cancer's not always curable. And it's important that when people have advanced prostate cancer, that we make sure that they've got the right treatments, the right support to maintain quality of life and optimise quality of life. And also that people are allowed to die where they want to and that they have the right support to be able to do that.
So my role is important to be able to give the patients the time that they need and the advice and the expert specialist knowledge that I have about prostate cancer to enable them to make informed choices about their treatment. So I'm one of 4 prostate cancer nurse specialists within the country. My role wouldn't exist without the kind generosity of PROSTaid.
Your generous support would be very much appreciated.
As patron of PROSTaid, I'm proud to support this local charity. They do fantastic work, raising awareness and helping to improve the treatment and care of local prostate cancer patients.
As someone who has had prostate cancer, I know it is the most common cancer for men in the UK. Approximately 37,000 men are diagnosed with it every year. Over 10,000 men die with it every year. That's 1 every 55 minutes. But more importantly for you in Leicestershire, every week 5 men die and 11 are diagnosed with prostate cancer. In Leicestershire, Rutland and Leicester itself. If you haven't been checked, make sure you are. I've been there, I've been through it, and I'm here to tell the tale with a smile on my face.
Prostate cancer is usually slow growing, so if containing the prostate gland, you have a range of treatment options. You can be cured. If the disease spreads outside the prostate gland, treatment options are much reduced. It is a matter of extending your life rather than achieving a cure. Did you know men with family history of disease and African Caribbean men are at greater risk of developing prostate cancer?
PROSTaid helps to improve the treatment and care of local men living with prostate cancer. We fund a prostate cancer nurse specialist at the Leicester General Hospital who supports and advises men at the point of diagnosis and during treatment. Also a community palliative care nurse to care for local men with advanced disease in their own home, the only such nurse in the UK. We help to fund medical equipment for local hospitals and raise awareness and offer a telephone helpline service to provide advice and support.
African Caribbean men have a 3 times higher risk than most men, particularly if it runs in your family. If you have urinary symptoms, don't delay. Get yourself checked out. Early diagnosis is vital. It's so much easier to treat. See your GP. Don't wait till you have prostate cancer.
If you're over 50, do like I did, have a PSA test, particularly if you have some symptoms. Don't hide your head in the sand. PROSTaid is here helping to fight prostate cancer in Leicestershire, Rutland and Northamptonshire. Speak to us at PROSTaid. Call us on 0844 8007 801.
Any questions? Do you have any questions? I think that sort of tells you what the charity does. And we've got lots of leaflets up there about all the things we're going to do. In March we're all going to grow, aren't we, Stuart? Stuart's going to shave half his beard off. He's going to shave half his beard off and grow it back. But and I've got to grow a moustache. We have a not to shave thing. We call it March hair to keep our hair on, you see. And it's really a bit of well, we think of it's a bit of men's lib, don't we? Because the ladies, when we get all the money back from where chaps have done it, they all go. If you knew what I'd been through with my wife and partner, you would be amazed. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of men's lib, sort of growing the beard where we normally clean shaven. But anyway, that's our fun element. But it helps us raise money. But please help yourself to anything on our stall. If you've got a GP. Or you've got an interest. I mean, out of interest, how many of you here in this audience have been affected in some way by prostate cancer? How many? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We did this at a accountants' dinner where there was sort of equal ladies, accountant students' dinner, and I was amazed. Out of 220 people, there was 87 people put up their hand, which is quite amazing. You know, you usually find that you'll always meet somebody who's been affected by this disease, but we're very positive. Even the gentlemen who've got advanced prostate cancer, there's wonderful drugs come along now. There's a drug here that's abiraterone, and one of our members, Hugh Gunn, who's a trustee, he's responsible on NICE for getting it adopted, and it stops where, for instance, they take a hormone that keeps the cancer at bay. This stops it in its tracks, and there's lots of new drugs coming on. Wonderful things have happened. But I have to admit, us as chaps, we're years behind you ladies with breast cancer, but you're so inspirational to us. And the other speaker, you know, I was really impressed. And but please help yourself to leaflets. We've got umpteen leaflets there, and we don't pay anything for them. They're all printed for us, and our newsletter is sponsored by Next. But please help yourself. Pardon? And yes, and then on Wednesday, I'm reminded, on Wednesday we've got Bob Champion. A week on Wednesday, March the 6th. We've got Julian coming to speak to us on the genetic risk in prostate cancer. We've got Belle Chollicum, who's a robotic surgery specialist for robotic surgery for prostate cancer. And then we've, what else have we got here? We've got Bob Champion, the most important till last. Remember, those of you as old as us will remember him as the leader with testicular cancer. We formed the Royal Marsden Urological Trust, and they support prostate cancer, testicular cancer and bladder cancer for men. And he's coming to talk to us. Where is it? It has to be Leicester Racecourse, and it's on Wednesday at 6:45. And Stuart's all because you can tell me he's just feeding me. I'm always feeding. Okay, but thank you.
That's a question. What was the test mentioned in that?
It's a PSA test. It's called the prostate-specific antigen test. It is a blood test.
Right.
And they look for elevated PSA.
So even if you haven't got symptoms, you could have that test?
Yes, you could have it. If you're over 50, you've got a legal right as a man to have it.
Right.
But we have some gentlemen, don't we, who sort of they've got prostate cancer in the family, and we would have to send, some of the GPs would not necessarily give them the water, so we'd have to send them to you.
It's a problem. We are, for men who have got a family history and one of the breast and ovarian cancer susceptibility genes, or one of the bowel cancer susceptibility genes, we are offering PSA screening as part of a research study, and that's annually. See, if for instance you've got a lady, your mother had breast cancer, you've got a 3 times higher risk, and then if you've got 2 relatives, you've got a 5 times higher risk, and if you've got 3 relatives, father, brother, uncle, in addition to some of the breast cancer, you would have an 8 times risk, and if you're African Caribbean, you would have a 25% risk overall. So. Thank you very much, Rob. That's
thank
fantastic.
You.
Thank you.